What's up guys, Xbox Tech back today with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Halo Infinite box art. But before we get into that, obviously this video is releasing around the same time as the Xbox showcase. So as of right now, I'm probably watching the Halo Infinite gameplay and probably fangirling a lot. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show as well, but let's just jump into the video. Alright, so as of yesterday morning, since it was one day left until the showcase as of yesterday, Xbox/Halo decided to release the official box art for Halo Infinite, and my god, is it beautiful. So basically with this video, I'm not going to go like in depth and try to take every single piece of it. I'm just going to talk about like the main points that I saw from it and kind of just talk a little bit more about what I think that's going to do with Infinite's gameplay, especially since this video is releasing as the show is going on. So obviously a lot will happen between now and then. Anyways, the first thing that I've noticed with the case or the box art is it's actually a very, very similar look to Halo Combat Evolved. The ring's in the same exact location. Chief, is in the front, in battle ready with his assault rifle. And then there's just a bunch of mayhem and craziness going on behind him. Probably not as much as in Halo Combat Evolved, where you have the Warthog and the Banshee and the Marines next to him. But this one still has actually a lot of really cool points to look at, and that's what we're going to kind of talk about today. One of the first things we're going to talk about is one of the smaller but obvious things is the Hornet. So Halo 5's Hornet it looks like it's making a comeback for Halo Infinite. Is actually crash landed in the background. I don't know if that's just to show that the Hornet has some sort of role within the game, if it adds on to the open world game type that has been rumored for these past couple of, actually almost about a year now. But whatever the reason is, the Hornet is returning, and that is like our first real next confirmation of what is returning in Halo Infinite besides Chief's armor and the assault rifle. That would be the next big thing, the Hornet. Moving on, if you remember back in 2018 when they released the Halo Infinite teaser, the very first thing we ever got about Infinite, you'll probably remember the ringed arches that were, in the ground, and one of them was like broken, kind of like how the Halo ring is. Those made a return actually on the box art. They're a little bit farther to the left of the Hornet, and I found that very interesting that is just brought back. I always thought, most of what we saw from Halo 2018 or Halo Infinite in 2018 probably won't really make much of a return when it comes to the actual game release. But seeing like that exact location being, brought back onto this cover art really does mean it has some sort of big, or maybe not big, but it has some sort of reasoning for it to be shown on the cover art of all things. Whether that is remain to be seen. Hopefully we'll see something maybe today or probably when that game comes out. But it does make me wonder, what are these and what's the significance behind them? One of the big things that a lot of people are discussing is the giant tower in the background. Now, no one knows for sure what this tower is, though throughout the Halo community and anyone who's a lore junkie will almost guarantee that this is the Palace of Pain. I will talk about the Palace of Pain in another video. I don't really want to spoil it too much, only because it is part of one of the Halo books and it's part of the Forerunner history. But don't worry, I will discuss it in a later video. But just know it has a really big significance, especially when it comes to Installation 07. Now, let's talk about Chief himself. Chief is, as far as his armor, everything looks the exact same, a little bit more detailed, except for one new addition. On his left forearm, there seems to be some sort of, I'm assuming to be the grappling hook. Back in, I think, January or March of this year, there was a really big, quote-unquote, big leak from the making of a Spartan trailer, and in one of the scenes, you can see what looks to be like a really alpha beta version of Halo 5 have like a mini little grappling hook icon on the screen. And so this got out and everyone wondered, like, is there a grappling hook coming to Halo Infinite, or is this very early gameplay of Halo 5? 343 came out to say that it was nothing more than just something they were toying around with back in the day. There's no significance behind it. They made sure they scrubbed through the entire video and made sure none of it, leaked anything about Halo Infinite. But now with this new cover art, it almost looks like they were basically lying to us, which is okay because, they don't want to spoil anything. But it does, from what we can tell, it looks like a grappling hook. The very end of it has, a kind of a point as if it's like a grappling hook. The only other thing I could think it would be is like a mounted projectile weapon, kind of like what you see in, I think, Halo Collateral Damage. Though I don't know for sure. It looks more like a grappling hook. If this is the case, and the fact that they put it on the cover art must mean it plays some sort of big role within the actual gameplay. So if that means like maybe if open world is available, you're going around like a mountain and you find like a path you can't really make, you can grapple onto like something. I don't know for sure what they're planning on doing with it, but I'm interested to see and excited to see how it works within Halo. The next thing we kind of see is the Pelican. The Pelican, there's nothing too much to talk about. We kind of get our first look at the official Pelican within the game and not necessarily with the Mega Bloks. But with that, the Mega Bloks does a pretty good representation of what you're going to see on the cover art, which also makes me wonder with it traveling on like throughout the rings environment, if that really does push the whole open world-esque that I'm hoping for. And I really do hope we can travel around Installation 07. It's my absolute favorite ring from the Halos. And if we get to explore it in some crazy way, I'm hyped. But one thing I want to talk about is Installation 07. Now, back in E3 2019, the Discover Hope trailer showed us that a literal piece of the ring is missing. And we can tell from the debris around the Pelican and just the way it already looks, like something either smacked into this or blew up. Whatever happened caused this ring to miss a pretty good chunk of itself. And then they released a picture last year of Chief at like the edge of the Pelican's ramp, and you can kind of see those land masses like floating in the sky. Now with this trailer, or not this trailer, but this box art, it kind of makes them look a little bit more pieced together. The ring's not completely together, but it's finally taking shape as if the ring is almost complete. If you look a little farther up, there's literally like a nice dagger missing from it, but it's not a hole anymore. It's like pieces of a ring forming together to make the ring whole again. And this is interesting to me because I'm wondering how it's doing this, because I more than likely, where is it getting this spare landmass and parts? I recently took to Twitter to try to ask someone about it, and no one's really seemed to discuss it that much, and that's why I'm bringing it up. There's only two things I can think of. One, the Sentinels on this ring collected landmass from, maybe not the Sentinels, but one of the bigger Sentinels, like the Retriever Sentinels, collected landmass from a nearby planet and used that to construct, pieces of the ring. Or the Arcus has some sort of role into this. Those are the only two things I can think of, because in Halo Escalations, we see a chunk of the ring literally get destroyed in one of the comic books, especially the one about Blue Team, and the Monitor ends up taking the ring to an unknown location for repairs. So if the ring itself could repair itself, why didn't it do that with Installation 03? And why in Halo Infinite, why is it doing it already? That's what makes me really confused. So I'm wondering if the Arc is going to play some sort of role into this, especially with the Banish being part of the game. But let me know what you guys think down below. How do you think the ring is reforming itself? We obviously know that it used hard light to keep itself from, I feel like with a ring that size, missing a piece can cause some sort of mess, like with the gravitational pull, with the structure, and cause it to become weakened. And I'm assuming that hard light that was projected out through it kept that from happening. But it does make me wonder, where did this ring get the resources, and how is it reforming itself together without the use of the Arc, if the Arc isn't there? So those are some like the biggest things that I kind of like saw from the box art. Overall, there's just so much to look at, but I'm really excited for Halo Infinite. And once this video is even out, we've already seen gameplay, in which case I'll do another video talking about what we've seen. But that is it for today's video. Possibly I'll probably release another one today, tomorrow, wherever I'm at in this time. But thank you guys for watching. Remember, if I hopefully release this on time, to go and try and get the Mega Bloks Master Chief bundle. It will release at, I believe, 12 p.m. Eastern time on Mattel Creations Instagram. And they said the way it works is you simply open Instagram, go to their page. It's going to pop up as one of their pictures on the page, and you simply click on it, and then I think you go to like a link that it has, and that's where it'll take you to like the actual purchasing area. So definitely if you want that Halo Infinite bundle or Halo Mega Box Collection bundle, get on there as soon as possible. I'll try to throw out a tweet and something tomorrow morning. But thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the show. Have a good day.